Netflix, they're down a little bit, Will. Now, this might surprise you. We talked earlier about how video games exploding, the at-home culture, the DoorDash, the Uber Eats, the video streaming, the YouTube of the world. All the things you can do while you're sitting on your couch eating snacks.
Yeah.
Netflix is one of those things. It's one of the most popular things. However, they shed $19 billion in market value, at least midway through the day today. Maybe you can bring up the stock if you like, since you're the business guy. I know you like to see the most recent numbers. So you can check if it jumped back up or it's staying down. Maybe give us a 5-day on Netflix. Yeah, it's down. Netflix is down. And there's a couple of reasons. And this is what would suck, Will. If you and I, instead of running this business, if we had to run a business like Netflix, we could post some positive things and the market could still say, you know what? Not into it.
Yeah.
It can still happen. So
negative.
Netflix, they added 10 million subscribers in the second quarter, boosted revenues by 25%, and earnings per share by 163%. So they're sitting there saying, okay, all right, we're going up. However, investors, on the other hand, they look at other pieces. They look at a thing called, and I had to look this up, they look at a thing called EPS, earnings per share. Dun, dun, dun. They wanted a bigger number there.
Oh.
And it was below their forecast of $1.81. And therefore, they think that maybe Netflix isn't unstoppable. That maybe Netflix has to do more. And maybe the original content, maybe the competition.
Competition, yeah.
Man, I'll tell you what, I was watching the Disney thing because I like the National Geographic aspect.
Right.
And that's on the Disney one. So I watched it a couple of times. I was watching a fishing show on there. I watched the old Survivor Man guy, not Bear Grylls, the other guy, Les Stroud. He's got a bear show on there with the Grizzlies, with the hunting and the Grizzlies, and not the hunting, the Grizzlies hunting, getting fish and all the rest of it. A mother with the 2 cubs, and the one cub goes missing one day. The one cub goes missing. And he's got the camera out. He's like, this is terrible. I don't think that cub's not going to stand a chance by itself because a lot of bears out there and sometimes the other bears, they don't like your cub very much. You understand? That could be food for them. Yeah. It's a rough go. You're out there. Anyway, so he keeps following this mother and the one cub that's left over. And out of nowhere, a couple days later, the other cub shows up and he is skinny and he's on death's door and he's bobbing his head and barely walking.
Oh, wow.
He's in rough shape because he's been on his own and he doesn't even really know how to hunt yet.
Yeah.
He doesn't even know how to fish yet. And so Les Stroud is saying, sorry to break it to you guys, this guy ain't gonna make it. Turns out, that little guy, well, at least up until the point I was at, he makes it. He starts getting the fish. He starts coming back to life. But he was on death's door. Anyways, here I am promoting Disney Plus. You see how that's going? Because they got National Geographic. So not to say that there isn't the nature stuff on Netflix as well. You got the Planet Earth and all the rest of it. But I've watched some of it already.
It's riveting.
Anyway, so I think Netflix is definitely not untouchable. The streaming thing is certainly heating up, and Netflix is a bit pricey compared to some of the other ones because it's been there for a while and they kind of raised the prices. And I think when you look at the type of content that you can even get for free, let's say, and I think maybe people are looking at their bottom line. Maybe people are saying, I can watch YouTube. I could watch Lou later.
Yeah.
And so they do that. And then they cancel the Netflix subscription. Yeah. Because we get them the hours and the hours of the quality content. Thanks to Willie Dude. And then, of course, the video gaming piece. Maybe people have enough time now to rekindle their gaming passion and possibly watch a little less Netflix. We're just speculating right now. Yeah. We're just talking. Of course, if Netflix can deliver better on the EPS, then they might be fine anyway. But for now, they're down a little bit. It's not a huge amount, but they're down a little bit. So it's worth noting they're not untouchable. Nobody is. Nothing is.